Hey guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys. Well, there's a lot happening in the Bravo world, and I'm shocked. I said this in a previous pre-record. Normally on Saturdays, they're a little bit slower, Fridays and Saturdays. And then, of course, things surface. So then we have to talk about them. Usually Mondays are the crazy day, but it seems like this is a day where it's information after information that's coming out. So, of course, we're back to talk about it. Now, today, this topic is not about Salt Lake City housewives or the Girardi scandal. No, it's about Vanderpump Rules, and it's Scheana Shay who is clapping back at critics amid backlash after Brock is slammed as tacky, and she is accused of cringeworthy behavior towards Raquel. She's defending herself, and we have all the details. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so according to Reality Blurb, Scheana Shay is firing back at her critics on Twitter. Now, I don't ever like calling her Scheana Shay. She obviously still goes by that because if you saw her signing her prenup, her initials were SS. But Shay is her ex-husband. Technically, his name was Mike Shay. I always call her Scheana Marie. And I wonder if that's offensive. I don't know. I have to talk to her about that. Anyways, following Tuesday night's Vanderpump Rules finale, which featured James Kennedy and Raquel Leviss, their engagement party weekend in Santa Barbara, it was Scheana's fiance Brock who hoped to secretly wed Scheana, and now she's having to defend Brock against claims of being tacky and addressed a viewer who slammed her behavior towards Raquel as cringeworthy. Of course, if you clap at Scheana, she's going to clap back. She's been in this game for a long time, guys. Just saying, be careful, because when you go in on any Bravo celebrity, they do this for a sport. It's how they make their living. Conflict resolution. They sign contracts, literally get paid six figures to do this all year. Okay. Now, it was said, okay, this is what a fan wrote. This event was about Raquel and James Kennedy. Very tacky for Brock to even consider that this was going to be okay. Obviously, they're addressing Brock's plan to secretly tie the knot on James and Raquel's engagement weekend in Santa Barbara. And Scheana wrote back, yes, the party was about them. The rest of the weekend, we had time to do our own things. We had literally so much downtime. Okay. All right. Another show viewer wrote, it's so tacky that Brock wanted to marry Scheana at an engagement party, but they'll probably have the ceremony while Raquel and James are enjoying their party together with family and friends. And Scheana replied, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Scheana Shay to the rescue on the Twitter feed and said, that literally was never happening. Oh my God, we were not getting married at their party. OMG. She's letting everyone know that is not what was going to happen. And she continues. She had to clap back at multiple fans. She said it was never happening at their party or on their property. He suggested sneaking away to Santa Barbara when everyone else was doing activities. How do you not understand that? And this was in response to a fan who said they felt sick about the idea that her and Brock would be piggybacking off of James and Raquel's event. Okay. I mean, a lot of fans felt that way. I said, this to Jason because Jason and I recap Vanderpump Rules live. And when we were talking about it personally, and I'm not just defending Scheana because she's my friend, I personally would not care if Jason and I were having an engagement party weekend and we had events planned and stuff. But if we had friends who came in town and they're like, you know what, we're in town for your event, but we're going to sneak away, do our thing. We won't announce it at your engagement or take anything away from you, but we're just going to take some us time. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, go do whatever you want. This weekend's full of love. You want to go get married? You want to get hitched? Go get hitched. You want to get divorced? Get divorced. Just don't bring it to my party. I don't give a shit. That's how I would feel, but I guess I'm different. And if they ignored it, technically, if the cast members ignored this whole situation, we wouldn't have had an explosive finale, even though I don't know if this finale was that explosive. Okay. While Scheana did her best to make it crystal clear to her online audience that she and Brock were not planning to get married at James and Raquel's engagement party, a number of Twitter users were still dumbfounded by her and Brock's lack of awareness regarding how a potential wedding could have impacted Raquel. It was said, well, asked by a fan, the finale episode was cringeworthy. So much chaos. Why didn't anyone think of sweet Raquel? And Scheana responded, actually, she was all I was thinking of and the reason I didn't want to do anything. I must have said 100 times that I don't want to do anything to upset Raquel. Also, why we didn't tell her that we were engaged. Okay. But Raquel, if you watch the finale, was upset. She was like, hold on, you're supposed to be one of my best friends. You told everyone else that you're engaged, but you didn't tell me. How do you think that makes me feel? And I don't know if you guys know this, but a fun fact, Scheana goes back and forth from Palm Springs to San Diego to Los Angeles. She has multiple houses and, well, houses and apartments. And she actually offered up her Los Angeles apartment to Raquel while Raquel's going through this breakup with James. And she's like, hey, my place is going to be empty. You're more than welcome to stay there. So that's also very sweet of Scheana. And it shows that they are still friends and she is there for her. We just have to remember we're watching a show. Then after, another person suggested that Scheana was in a rush to tie the knot because she wanted to ensure her wedding would be featured on the show. Scheana denied such a thing. She said, I actually didn't want it that way, which is why it didn't happen. And she continued to deny that she wanted her wedding on film. And she said, I literally don't give up if my second wedding is filmed or not, because we are getting married for us. Brock really wanted to show his love for me this season. And if you want to hear more, tune into Shenanigans this week. Hope y'all enjoyed the season. All right. That's a question that leaves me with a big question for you guys. Did you enjoy the season? Was Vanderpump Rules season 9 what you thought it would be? Or do you agree with Jason that you think this could be the season of completion? Now, mind you, going into the next season, if there is another season, there is actually more to talk about than what I was expecting. Tom and Tom will be opening Shorts and Sandy's. Katie and Ariana have gotten the funding for their sandwich shop, so that's coming underway. Lala is newly single. James and Raquel are both single. I have a feeling Raquel would still be featured on the show. Randall definitely would not be. Who else is there? With Scheana and Brock, will they get married? I mean, there's still things to talk about. I just don't know how interested people will be. But I don't want to just give you my opinion. I want to ask for yours. So go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Also, guys, thank you so much. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers and we're less than 250 away. I have a feeling this is the weekend. This has been so long coming and so much work on all of our behalves. You guys are an amazing community. I remember at first when everyone was naming the community, and I even talked to Tasha K and a few other people, like, do they name themselves? Does the community name themselves? And they're like, yes, they'll come up with a clever name. And it started off like Adam's Apples, then Adam's Angels, and now it's called the Adams Family, which I'm dead. I love it. I love the Adams Family community. You guys are the best. You're so sweet. All of our mods, everyone who's in the live chats, everyone who calls in, and everyone who comments. I can't tell you, you guys are all a big part of my heart. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. I'm emotional. I'm a Cancer. I can't help it. I'm empathic. I think maybe that's just an excuse. I don't know. But I just wanted to thank you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Stay kind. You've put the biggest smile on my face, so I'm going to pay it forward. And after this, maybe go out and just see who I can't give a compliment to. So I love you guys. Happy Saturday. Make some memories, and I'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.